The following are questions sent in to me regarding the video on Level 1 procedure. 1. Does it matter what importance you bring into creation? My answer? No. Remember, the manual says quantity is more important than quality. I prefer things I like, but I have at times created nasty people or objects for variety, and it has made no difference in the results I get. 2. When I have another create or bring something to existence, how do I differentiate the other party? Do I imagine another person creating the same item? Or perhaps the item materializing from a different direction? My answer? You don't have to use the same item at all. You can change it. Anyway, it does not matter how you do this as long as you carry the idea that someone else created it. I do at times have the objects I create face away from me as if they are coming from me, and then the other created ones face towards me. If I am creating rows of trees, they start in front of me and go away from me as I build the forest, but if another creates the forest, they come at me. I have gotten creative with the other concept by having a photographer take a picture of a pretty woman, that photographer being the one creating a picture of her, and stuff like that. 3. When I create 360 degrees of the object, am I materializing this in front of me or something that is totally around me, so I end up being inside the sphere of the accumulated creation? For example, do I eventually have a series of Rubik's cubes forming a sphere in front of me or surrounding my entire body? My answer? In all the time I have been doing TROM, pretty much every time I create something in front of me, then create something behind me, the front creation sort of vanishes. Then I create something to the left, the right, above, then below, and the creations always vanish. One thing to keep in mind is that Dennis says you don't have to be able to perceive your creations, so even if it does seem to vanish, I don't worry, I still know I created them. This is not my original idea, but I do something like this which I learned on the old TROM help website. Create something in front of me. Create something behind me. Create something to the left of me. Create something to the right of me. Create something above me. Create something below me. Create something to the upper left of me, and so on and so forth. Everything is created outside of you. Don't ever create the things inside of your head. They may start out in your head as ideas, and that is fine, but make sure the creations end up outside of you. All in all, keep in mind that the purposes of Level 1 creative exercises, and that is you get into present time enough so you can confront the past, and you replace lost mental masses with new ones. If you get yourself into present time and you get some reactions turn on and turn off during Level 1, then you are doing things right. If you are doing repair of importances after having done some Level 2 exercises, for example, and afterwards you are in present time and you don't feel there is a vacuum in your mind, then you have gotten the results. If you finish a session of Level 2, for example, and afterwards you still feel a bit disturbed or you have weird things happen like pains turn on or upsetting thoughts, then do I as soon as you can until it goes away, as you may not have done enough at session end. Also, in your next session make sure you flatten what you were running before. To flatten means you run the process until no more change. Another viewer writes in. Hi Roger. I tried to do the exercise and I am sure you get this a lot. I was not able to visualize anything. I guess my imagination is still not where I would be able to visualize something in my mind. I have 2 questions at this point. 1. Can I watch on a screen, for instance, an image moving from place to place? If that is no good, then 2. You mentioned getting up and touching furniture. Can it be a ball that I can hold and keep looking at? You do not need to see your creations. You only need to know they are there. You don't watch images because it is the importance of the mentally created masses around you or the object you hold that you crave more than the actual mass. You are creating importances around you, thus the term, repair of importance. Yes, it can be a ball, but please try the creative RI first and give each command a good go, and if you get changes, keep doing it until the changes go away. That means creative RI works on you and you don't need to do perceptual RI. You can still try the perceptual RI, but creative RI in TROM therapy is preferable. While doing RI, you are not keeping these things in your mind. You are placing them around you. Another reason for not just looking at pictures. You put these creations all around you, front, back, left, right, above and below you, and so on. Also, do you understand mass to mean something that would be solid or appear solid? I don't mean a mass of things like in quantity. Not that definition. Just remember science class and how things have weight and mass. That is a little closer to what we are getting at here. A mass is simply something that is solid in the physical universe, or appears so in your mind, as in a mental mass. The part about not having to perceive your creations is right in the script. I am going to copy and paste that passage to make things a bit easier for you. While running RI, it is not necessary to perceive one's creations. The certainty that one has created is sufficient. Lack of perception is a very poor proof of non-existence. There are many Chinese stirring their rice pots in Peking right now. The fact that you cannot perceive them doing so is no proof that they aren't there doing it. I hope this video presentation has cleared up any questions my viewers may have regarding level 1. Feel free to contact me at tromguides@gmail.com if you need further clarification. I am also happy to hear of any successes you have in your practice of TROM. Thank you for watching. This has been a presentation of DIY Salvation. Don't just use your mind. Resolve it.